Hello there, my name is Valerie White Williams and I'm a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Vocal Splendor Studios. Today I'm doing another reaction video, and this time I'm reacting to Tyler Joseph of 21 Pilots. This is his best live vocals, and this is for my patron Amanda. And so people at the $10 level get to request a reaction video once a month. So let's have a listen. Oh my gosh, that was, the quality wasn't that great, but it was great to see him in the moment, standing there, just totally in the moment, doing crazy stuff. All right, it keeps going.
Turn around and say we're driving toward the morning sun, where all your brothers watch the way and all your kids will be around.
Interesting. I heard a lot of other voices with that mix. I mean, I heard him on the piano, but I think the crowd was kind of coming around it. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so what I'm already impressed with is Tyler's piano skills, bass skills. I've heard him play ukulele. He's a multiple musician, which is very impressive. And the thing about his voice is that it's kind of a voice that feels really natural, like he has a natural ability. Now, there are natural singers that have great ears and they don't need a lot of training, and it brings a sense of honesty to the lyrics and the the way it brings a lot of honesty to how he portrays the lyrics.
Go with you, I'll go with you, I'll go with you, my blood, I'll go with you, yeah. Stay with me, no, you don't need to run, stay with me, my blood, you don't need to run, stay with me, no, you don't need to run, stay with me.
Stop there. Whoa, I loved that cut right there, because you could see his piano skills, kind of almost jazzy and very rhythmic, and it really showed off his great ear and his beautiful falsetto. It's just so effortless to go back and forth, even the little grit there. But again, he has that kind of everyman's quality, meaning that he's a real guy sharing all these beautiful lyrics and super fresh.
You know. I never look for conflict. keep moving, they won't know. What they throw at me's too slow. I'm just a ghost. I'm off to someone else. You can smack me some more. Hey, no, no, no. Hey, no, no, no. I'm just a ghost. I'm off to someone else. Defense making it some more. Taking over my body, back in control, no more shoddy. I bet a lot of me was lost, T's and crossed and I's and dotted. I fought it a lot, and it seems a lot like flesh is all I got. Not anymore. Flesh out the door, swat. I must have forgot, you can't trust me. I'm open a moment and close when you show up. Before you know it, I'm lost at sea. And now that I write and think about it, and the story unfolds, you should take my life, you should take my soul. You are surrounding all my surroundings, sounding down the mountain range of my left side brain.
Wow, his voice is so clear. Like, I call him like that everyman, like it's like this real person talking about things that are real people talk about. That beginning stretch with the music reminded me of church. Now, I do remember that they started out in the Christian market, and parents were very strict and brought them to church a lot, so I get that preacher talk there. But what I love about his voice is it's like his voice, singing voice, sounds like a speaking voice. So it feels really honest and real, and he's got nice ring to the sound, and it has a nice cut. When I mean cut, it just really is very harmonically, and the voice has a lot of presence that is easy, that cuts through the music. What am I trying to say is resonance. There's a lot of resonance quality in his voice. And like I said, his speaking voice and singing voice sound the same, which is a good sign.
You are surrounding all my surroundings, twisting the kaleidoscope behind both of my eyes. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. And I'll be holding on to you. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. And I'll be holding on to you. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. And I'll be holding on to you. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. And I'll be holding on to you.
I really like that concert. I always like the stripped down. I mean, I like all of the concerts, but just being that really intimate setting is really awesome. And when he was doing everything was really relaxed. So he gets that really natural, snappy sound, but there's no tension in the jaw. Everything is just always loose, and that's another thing we want to look at with really great singers.
Live for you, and it's hard to do, even harder to say when you know it's not true, even harder to write when you know that tonight that with people back home will try talking to you ignore them still. All these questions, they're for real, like who would you live for, who would you die for, and would you ever kill? Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm falling so, taking my time on my ride. I'm falling so, taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 oh. Taking my time on my ride. Oh, 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 oh.
I'm just going to pause slightly. What I love a lot about his composition is he has a lot of these pauses. And the pauses are really rhythmic, and they're filled with meaning. And so he doesn't have to fill everything. There's a lot of pauses that speak for the pauses. I know, it's kind of deep, right?
Jumpsuit government. Oh, jumpsuit government.
Crazy. forgot that he did some kind of textured voices. I can't call it screamo because I've gotten in trouble for that. But getting that kind of scratch vocals definitely has that as well. Gotta stop. Wow, that was kind of creepy for me. He's like jumping around on these like lighting sets, totally in rhythm. You know, you could slip, and then he sits down. That's scary, but and he stayed in it. I mean, he stayed with all the rhythm and the music and all the things. Very impressive. I mean, he is, I think, a very focused guy, and he's really coming from a very clear place and very energetic place. You know, huge voice. I mean, huge range of vocal qualities that he is capable of.
In time, I will leave the city. For now, I will stay alive. In time, I will leave the city. For now, I will stay alive. Last year, needed a change of pace, couldn't take the pace of change, moving hastily. But this year, though I'm far from home, entrenched, I'm not alone. This space is space away.
All right, that was really interesting. To be honest, I had no idea that 21 Pilots had that big of a following outside the United States. I should have known because they seem such an American band, speaking to the American experience, but I saw all these concerts there in South America and everybody was singing along. It was amazing. Now, one interesting thing about 21 Pilots is that my daughter saw them twice in Seattle before they got famous. And she had some friend of her friend, or the parent took them to see, going to a very small venue in Seattle when we lived in Seattle. And she saw them twice, which is crazy because it's fun when you see a band that's kind of up and coming, and then they just ended up taking off with, I think, that song about oh, I can't remember it, that big hit that made them famous, which is Stressed Out. That's it, Stressed Out. That still should be around because we're all stressed out. We're actually stressed out more. But what I love about them is he has this sense of honesty, and we've bought a few of his albums, and I really like the way he uses his voice, like, again, really telling a story, telling lyrics. It's very much lyrical driven. And then he can sing beautiful falsetto, then he can rap, and he can do kind of the scratchy voice vocals, I'm not very good. Yeah, that kind of dog sound too. But everything comes from an internal place. And I love the drumming. I think the duo is fabulous. And I am excited because they were another independent band that got famous without the Hollywood machine, which is great, which means that music, the organic reach of great bands, you don't need to have a record contract. You can be an independent artist. But he has that natural, like I said, the everyman, talking about things that people need to talk about. And so, his vocals tend to have a lot of, like I said, those pauses, those pregnant pauses, meaning that he says something and then there's some music, and then he says something and there's some music. So it's kind of an interplay between the pauses and what is not said. Of course, and with the drumming, it's super exciting. And his voice, like I said, is really natural. I don't know if he's had training. I'm sure they have. Here's the deal, is a lot of people may not have training. They might have a good voice. Some people get lucky with great choir teachers that know how to teach vocal technique, and that's all they need to do. Other people learn on the hard way, but vocal coaching is still done. Many times the industry doesn't really like to talk about vocal coaches that are coming in and helping or cleaning up lyrics or whatever they do, because it doesn't sound exciting, or like they think that anyone who needs vocal coaching is a beginner. Not the case. Some of the best singers in the world continue to study. I don't know if they have or not, but what I heard on the tour shots and on the concert is a pretty well-placed voice, great ear, very solid, not any problems going from top to bottom. He's got that beautiful upper extension, the falsetto. He can go right down. I would probably call him a tenor voice for that matter. Great falsetto, and uses the voice differently depending on what kind of songs he's singing. So he can do the rapping, do the tough, he could actually do beautiful falsetto work with the ukulele, and just telling the story of the regular people, what we're needing, what we are feeling. I think that's one of the things that's really gifted with this band, is that he tunes into things and writes lyrics that people can relate to and get help, get feeling supported by those lyrics, because it's what we're all feeling. Like I said, the everyman. And great, clear, clean voice, relaxed jaw, all of it's there. And the other thing, when he raps, I can also hear the lyrics, because that's the thing, is that sometimes people don't enunciate clearly. You're kind of like, what? But with his singing and his rapping, I hear every word, and it's super powerful. So all you Tyler fans, please let me know what other reactions I should do. This is kind of a compilation. And so I haven't seen all these music, but I love to see more. So if you have any suggestions, please put them in the description below. Also, I want to thank you for the likes, shares, and subscribes. And I'm thanking especially Amanda, my $10 patron, who actually this is her first request. All right, and also I want to let you know that I have 2 free passion projects on Facebook. The first one is called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's for people that are interested in spirituality and creativity. Because here's the deal, when we are creating, we are expressing our divine nature. And more than that, we are here to create a world that works for all of us without unelected, creepy people telling us what to do, because they're not in it for us, but for them. So once we get together and we visualize a world that works for everybody, it's going to happen. So keep that in mind. And the other group is called YouTube Success Strategies, and that's for people to learn more about YouTube, because I'm coaching people with YouTube so they can do well, get clients, build their channel, and that's my next frontier. All right, take care. Thanks for the likes again, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.